Well, hi everyone. I'm John Retlin with my review of WWE Raw, the Memorial Day edition. So they start off with a tribute to the fallen soldiers, those who paid the ultimate sacrifice, and all I can simply say is thank you, love, respect, admiration for paying the ultimate price, putting your lives on the line. It's a tough job. I can never do it. I honestly never could. I got friends and family members that have been in the military, that are still in the military, some that haven't come home, some that have and they aren't in the best shape. Um, and some are still productive members of society. It's a tough thing to do, but those that have paid the ultimate price, thank you. I'm sorry, but thank you so much. Now, to start off the review proper. One, they have WWE wrestlers without, chairs, but they're around ringside practicing safe social distancing. Maybe I read that wrong. I don't know. I don't kink shame. Also, a lot of plexiglass. Shotzi, Eric Bugenhagen, Bugenhagen, Oodalotty, golly, what a day. I have no idea what his name is anymore. Duke and Shafir, standing there like statues. Caden Carter, and Raul Mendoza, who was not kidnapped by Phantasma's group, so we can call it the search party now. Full Sail, the mystery is solved. Or Performance Center, the mystery is solved. I don't remember where that happened anymore. So, Hana Kimura, tragic how she felt the only, that she felt taking her life was the only answer. It's hard for me to really say this. For those that have suffered from depression, anxiety, who suffer from bullying to the point where this, you feel like that's the only answer. It's not the only answer. And I'm not shaming at all. It is terrible that a 22-year-old woman felt that that was the only way to go. And she's gotten so much love and admiration and respect and just, people paying respect to her and honoring her memory that it's great to see. It's such a shame that someone's life was cut down so early, and this goes for anybody that suffers from has suffered cyberbullying or suffers depression, anxiety, and this kind of stuff. But I'm going to talk about somebody that deserves a lot of backlash for their words here. And this is going to be a rant about Tammy the Tramps, Tammy Sitch, Sunny, the former Sunny, the one that had about a maybe 2-3 year run in WWE and then lived off that and everything and then wasted her money and went to rehab and a whole bunch of stuff and everything WWE paid for. But let me read the quote and then I'll really get into this stuff. So for the record, this is her words. For the record, I've probably been bullied and hated on more by more assholes than anyone in my business on social media. I've been called some of the most horrific names, words out there. So not once did I ever think of killing myself for it. I would never give them that much power. What do I do instead? Thrive and make more money and make them eat their words. Haters give me power. No, you know what gives you power, Tammy, is the fact that morons and very, very lonely people decide to pay for your OnlyFans to watch whatever that Arby's roast beef pile of bullshit is that you call a body. And I know I probably shouldn't say this shit, but I am honestly done having sympathy when people want to be this goddamn hateful. So I'm going to throw it right back at her. Chris Candido was a better person than she could ever hope to be, was better for wrestling than Tammy could ever hope to be. She's upset that she is not remembered as well as other women. And you know why that is? Because even Sable knew when to get the fuck out of wrestling. Now, Sable had no goddamn respect for it, and Sunny may have been good on promos, but guess what? By 2000, I'm watching WCW 2000, Tammy looked like she aged about 20 goddamn years. And that's because of numerous amounts of drug and alcohol abuse claims, and a lot of the fact that, oh yeah, she's been in and out of jail and doing a whole bunch of stints in rehab, which look, it takes a while to get clean and everything. Jeff Hardy and others are proof of that, but this is bad. This is about Sunny. This is about Tammy. You dare to knock a young woman and make it all about you just because this woman that was more loved than you could ever hope to be took her life because she felt she, was so low and was in such a dark place that nobody could pull her out of it. I've been in that dark place before. And Tammy, if you had a goddamn heart, if you had a goddamn soul, if you had any goddamn brains left that you hadn't fried away or drank away, maybe you would recognize that people call you these things because you're a fucking rotten bitch, and you always will be a rotten bitch. Chris should still be here. But you know what? Chris is probably better off than being with your worthless ass right now. And I feel bad for saying that because Chris Candido, R.I.P. Chris Candido, one of the true greats, somebody that could have been a whole lot bigger than he was, but he decided to take pity on you, take pity on the fact that you, a disgusting, worthless trash heap, could ever amount to being anything more than just a worthless piece of shit. And that's what you are. That's what you are, Tammy. WWE should make you repay them for putting you through rehab so many goddamn times. They should revoke your Hall of Fame status, because it's not like you ever fucking earned it. The slop bucket on you probably made you smell better than you actually did. Sean railroaded you. A whole bunch of people railroaded you. You allowed that, and then you turn around and you get upset at people because they threw you away like the trash that you were. So you know what, Tammy? Maybe you didn't deserve so much criticism originally. You've earned it now. How dare you knock a woman that meant more to wrestling than you could ever hope to mean in her 4 years. She meant more to wrestling, could do more in the ring, could do more for wrestling than you ever did. Most downloaded woman, or most downloaded diva of 1995, 1996. Congratulations. That's when the internet was on such a goddamn slow bicycle that you had to have a hamster in a goddamn wheel to get anything close to high speed. So fuck you, Tammy the Tramp. Nobody likes you, nobody respects you, and the only people to pay for your OnlyFans or want to plug them are people that are also sad. JR for one. So that's enough of that. Let's talk about the KO show. Asuka shows up, and Owens just says, all right. Owens being goddamn hilarious and just having a whole bunch of goddamn amusing times here. Owens just having fun. Here's Charlotte, and he says, well, I didn't even invite her. Charlotte says, what happens every time I face you, Asuka? I beat you. That's because, Charlotte, you're the Golden Shovel Girl, and you are Vince's Golden Girl, and all you can do is bury people. You can't help people because you sure as fuck don't know how to elevate anybody. You're essentially a Ric Flair carbon copy, but not even as good a one. Can't even hit a goddamn moonsault to save your goddamn life. But, oh, here's Natty. And suddenly Natty shows up, where Owen says, oh, sorry, Natty. There's no chairs for you to throw, and I took care of the signs, and Natty apologizes and does all this stuff and everything. So, okay, cool. Natty does this. They kind of reference this a little bit later. I'm a bit worried what they're going to do here with Natty. But then Nia shows up. And then Owen says, well, I know what Owen decides to leave and get on the apron. And he says, whatever you do, Asuka, don't kick Nia in the face. Kevin Owens needs to be on commentary more often. This was messy. This whole show was pretty goddamn messy. It was like 80% talking, 20% matches. But hey, they at least did a good job hyping up a three-way that ended up being really messy later. Pull apart the editing. My God, the editing. I think they're taping this Raw, and then they taped this Raw earlier in the day, and then they were taping the other one, I think, probably wrapping it up as I'm doing this video. So we have Zelina in skin-tight leather. Now, I want to say this much. Zelina, however you feel about her looks-wise or wrestling-wise or whatever, I actually think she's pretty good and a very good mouthpiece. It didn't look very comfortable for her to walk around. In fact, it looked like she was going to have some difficulty taking any bumps, and boy, we found that out because that didn't look like a very comfortable outfit. Andrade versus Apollo U.S. Championship. All I remember about this, because some of these matches weren't as memorable. Now, it was cool what happened at the end, but Zelina does this awkward bump because she's wearing like 12-inch heels. She's wearing this outfit where it doesn't look like she can really move all that well. And she does this awkward bump. Looked like she hurt herself. Hopefully she didn't, and hopefully she was just selling. But suddenly they cut to the back, and Garza, wearing a skin 70s couch, is kind of promo, talking about wrestling being like sex. And basically talking about railroading women and whatever, and like doing it again. Charlie wasn't there though. Probably because we would need to mop the floor afterwards. I kid. They're just pushing this whole Charlie Garza thing, and it's actually kind of adorable and weird. Why was Garza wearing a 70s couch? These are the questions that need to be asked. Kayla's there though. Why'd they have this promo in the middle of the match? And then Apollo wins. He wins and out of nowhere. Cuts a good promo. Hopefully this means a resurgence for Apollo's career. I fear it won't. I fear he'll lose it in a month and they'll forget about the U.S. Championship. But whatever. Was what it was. Good for him. Andrade then destroys the stock room at a local retailer or something, or just some janitor's closet. I have no goddamn idea. Where the fuck was he and why was he throwing shit around? I mean, Andrade, you held that championship for 150 days, defended it about 5 times, and you were suspended for about half that time. So, and Andrade is a good athlete, but they're going to need to do a complete reset with him. Rollins is cutting a promo and everything, talking about Rey holding the mask, which gives him the power to show replays. And then suddenly he talks about the cornea being pushed back and blood vessels popping and everything. Is anyone else turned on, or is that just me? Maybe that's the horror movie fan in me. Maybe I shouldn't be putting my kinks on camera. But let's move on from that. So, he puts over Buddy, and he puts over, Murphy, and then he puts over Austin Theory. All day Austin Theory. Hi, Noah. I knew you'd like that one. Charlotte cuts a promo. Asuka then is saying red is not your color. Asuka almost made Charlotte crack, and it was fucking hilarious. It was really hilarious. The Iconics are in the ring. They apologize to each other. We want to get the tag team championships back. I'm the tag team champions. No, they didn't say that. But good on them. I like Peyton and Billy. I hope this doesn't actually lead to a breakup. They need some tag teams if they're still going to keep the tag team titles around. So, Bliss and Cross are there. And Nikki's all fired up and everything and cutting a really, really, really good promo. I mean, really good stuff. I encourage you to go and check this stuff out. She was fired up, talking about not having much when she came from Scotland and Lexi was her friend. And also a quick shout out, by the way, Alexa Bliss isn't my favorite wrestler, but guess what? Alexa Bliss deserves way more respect than certain, moronic, worthless-ass YouTubers that think that they're bigger than they actually are. That she's actually way better than that. And she's not my favorite, and I don't think she's all that good in the ring, honestly. I think she's adequate. But I think that her promos are fine. But there's a difference between criticizing the character and criticizing the person. And for fuck's sake, there are certain times where personal attacks, like the thing I did about Tammy the Tramp, is warranted. But honestly, Alexa deserves respect here, and fuck that idiot. And I'm sorry, if you support that guy, get the fuck off my channel, because I don't want you here anymore. So, really good stuff. They brawl, they hit this weird magic killer thing the Iconics do, and then MVP and Lana's there. Lana looks like she's a 70s lamp and everything. Why is she dressed like that? Like, seriously, it doesn't even suit her at all. It's so goddamn weird. So fucking weird. But like, oh, we need to talk. MVP's like, well, no, we don't. We have a Shad graphic. R.I.P. Shad Gaspard, true hero for having his son saved, even though he knew it meant the end of his life. And then the MVP lounge. They show Caden Carter during Drew's entrance. Drew Cadentire. He says, I don't need anyone else thinking for me. I don't need anyone else doing this. I don't need anyone else. You can kiss my ass. And then he claymores MVP. And then Lashley's here to save MVP, sort of. And then Natty gets on the phone and and says, well, I don't need this right now, TJ. There are rumors that TJ wants to come back, Tyson Kidd. I love Tyson Kidd. It's his body. If he wants to do it, go ahead. I would rather he didn't. He nearly died. He nearly died in the ring. I hope he doesn't. But if he wants to come back and WWE clears it, fine. But I'm very worried. What are they going to have? Natty and Tyson versus Edge and Beth? Holy crap, they could do that. Garza then attacks Owens before the bell, just sliding in on under the wall and attacking his leg. And then, yeah, they have, and sorry, I kind of overshot my voice here because I got a little bit fired up. But Owens then, has a good match with Garza, but Garza beats him with the wing clipper. Holy crap, he beats him with the wing clipper. That's something. That proves that, Owens may have some respect for Garza, and they're high on Garza and everything, and that's a big deal. Can't wait till they screw it up. Okay, so first we had basketball and axe throwing recaps, and then golf. Golf. That's what we have. We have golf between the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits. Why? Why do we have golf here? Who is this for? This wasn't entertaining. This wasn't entertaining at all. This was fucking bullshit. I don't have it. I don't know why the turkey leg was there. Maybe for the Gooker Award, that's probably what it was. But I don't have anything else for this. I don't. This was embarrassing. You can try new stuff and everything. You can do whatever the fuck you want. It wasn't very good. It wasn't very fucking good. If I was still grading this, this would be down to a goddamn F at this point. Sure, they may be having fun. Good for them. I don't care if they're having fun. This wasn't good. If you guys had fun, great. I didn't. So, mini golf. We get a gator there. Or it was a gator robot. I'm not actually sure. Maybe it was a robo-gator. Ooh. Robo-gator. There we go. No robo-gator. Then, I'm just going to say this. Tiger Woods' fall from grace was less painful to watch than this. Whew. Lana's acting is not even late night Cinemax quality. And Lana usually can be better than this, and has been better than this, but she just does this horrible stuff where she just can't do anything and can't act properly. She doesn't even act like she's human. Doesn't even act like a real doll. Then we have the Monday Night Ass Saya. That's what I'm calling him. Pay reverence to the man bun. Austin Theory and Buddy Murphy, or don't call you Buddy Murphy, whatever, versus Alistair and Humberto. This wasn't much of a match. I mean, it was fine, but you got the, Austin Theory's finisher. Is it ATL? The AT3? I don't have a clue. Hits it for 3. And then they get Humberto out there, Rollins and his crew, the DK crew, and he says, don't take another step, or it's like, or he'll lose an eye. Okay, so it's Monday, Rollins. I'm sorry, I had to do that. So, he says he was sacrificing Ray for the greater good, told Alistair, get, that chair away. It's probably the first good Rollins promo that he's done since this whole Messiah thing happened. First one where I'm like, okay, cool, they're doing this stuff. I don't know why he's trying to kill people, but whatever. Then the greatest wrestling match ever in the planet. What are we waiting for? Get out of there. So, we get Edge. Boy, I overshot my voice. Sorry, guys. Edge, you load the bait, I bit. He bit Orton's Viper. Can I hang? I don't think they were in the weight room. That was tasteless to do. I don't care if it was unintentional. It was tasteless. So, Edge math is still not as good as Steiner math. There's no 141 and 2/3% chance. Or 66 and 2/3% chance. I need to listen to that promo more because Steiner is insane. Alright, Profits and Raiders. Gator Wrestling? No, we're going to do bowling next week. Because I'm not sufficiently irritated enough, evidently. This is proof that I guess I'm just out of touch. This isn't funny. I know people liked it, that's fine. I just didn't. Profits versus MVP and Lashley later in the week, or later tonight, I mean, because MVP's like, hey, you guys are just being made into jokes. He's right. I don't care about the Street Profits anymore. Asuka on commentary. She is amazing. Charlotte versus, man, I gotta wrap this up. Charlotte versus Nia versus Natty. 3-way match. 1. Nia, that table spot was a bad idea. Nia should have not been doing that table spot. Because as strong as Charlotte and Natty are, that was bad. That was bad. Asuka was great in this. Charlotte's moonsault is rotten. The Tower of Doom spot. Charlotte landed badly. Nia wins with a Samoa drop. Somehow Nia's gotten more sloppy as time has gone on. And there we go. I know I'm skipping through that, but it's like just at this, it's not even that the show is bad, but just some stuff took me out of it. Drew says he's going to stick around for the tag match later. 24/7 title. Why don't you drop this? Why don't you drop this, you goddamn stupid ass, poorly run company? Vince McMahon is bound and determined to drive more fans away. Except for hardcore fans like me that are going to watch no matter what. But Gronk was reading from cue cards, also because he was probably high as goddamn fuck wearing those 80s Zubaz-inspired glasses, which I think were out in the 90s. Suddenly, Ric Flair is here via Skype or something and says, the greatest wrestling match ever? Orton's the greatest ever right now. Whatever. Then, remember Undertaker Last Ride Chapter 3? Check out my review of that. Remember how Shawn ruined his retirement when he came out for the Saudi blood money? Yeah, me too. Liv. I can't remember ever feeling good enough. These promos are a bit weird because I like Liv. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish here, but she's living her best life. I can appreciate that pun. Black versus Rollins in a Ray retirement ceremony next week, which means we have to see Dominic on TV, which means Rollins gets to try and take out Dominic's eye. So therefore, I'm on board. Why do I have such a blinding, angry, unyielding rage towards Dominic? He's never done anything to me. I just don't think he's very good. So, Street Profits versus MVP and Lashley. We get the full Nelson taps out forward. And there we go. That's the end of that. And then we get a pull-apart thing between Lashley and Drew. A bunch of, trainees run in and do this stuff and everything. Old school wrestling. That was pretty cool. The whole give us a kiss thing when he hits the headbutt, because I'm not going to attempt to do the headbutt thing. And then they do the pull-apart, like the Brock Taker thing. I'll kill you. You're going to have to. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but Raw is equal parts fun and good, and the audience helped, even if it felt a bit rehearsed. But boy, my head hurts. My head hurts and my voice is shot, guys. I've done a whole lot of videos. I'm sorry. I'm very, very tired. I'm going to go to bed. So anyway, agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.